And our theme song. Freeport, Lakaya. It's 6:40. Hello and welcome to another exciting misadventure of Arnold. This time, however, I have Chris with me. Beeper in hand, and as you'll notice,
you can see,
it is on.
The light is blinking.
This would be my captain, Chris. Let's, since we're sitting here in the doldrums, just in sight of our destination, Haiti, we had nothing better to do than put the camera on and record
these last moments.
our adventures. We've been at sea now for 10 days.
Yes, I believe, Arn.
Everything was great. We took off from Palm Beach on a Saturday night. Chris jumped on board at the last minute.
Great decision. No ice.
At least 5 days.
No engine.
To help me make it here, and we took off and cleared West End the next morning. And actually, at that point, we had Kelly and Jeff on board. R. So it was a lot of fun, and we had a good time. And we held up at NASA for 3 days because of the hurricane. But we finally decided that it was time to go, and phoned home for our float plan to let them know we were leaving, and no one has heard or seen from us since. It's been a nightmare. Total nightmare. Every day has been filled with a new misadventure.
Beginning, I suppose, with the engine dying.
Well,
off of, what was that island?
How about running out of water? That happened before the engine died. The water tanks drained.
Oh yes, the water tanks draining into the bilge.
We were doing just fine, and the engine died, right? Yeah. But we started the engine, didn't we? The first time.
No.
We never started the engine.
The engine died.
The alternator came off the engine, the starting battery puked, and we drained the house batteries, so we got nothing. We realized this about 2 days out of Nassau, I guess, as we cruised through the passage by Castle Light off the Acklin Islands. The wind was blowing pretty hard, and we didn't think we could turn back around to make it into Castle Island or any of those other Bahamian ports because there was too many reefs and the wind was in the wrong direction and there was no civilization anyway. So we made the gutsy call to go ahead and shoot for Haiti. Or actually we were shooting for Great Inaga. We never could quite make that with the wind, and after we read our little book that said it's very dangerous to kind of
try to navigate without power.
We had no running lights, no lights at all. We're a total navigation hazard. That's been for at least 3 days. And we were doing great. We had gale force winds for another 2 days, which shredded all of our sails, just about. We broke the spinnaker pole in half, which we'll do an analysis of the damage to the boat. We got no safety lines on anymore. We've popped the jib, the main, the jenny. Just about every sail we've had, we've torn down or broke. We were looking really good. Last night we were cruising, we must have been doing 7-8 knots coming up to Port-au-Prince. And to our dismay, as soon as we turned the corner here and got behind the island, no wind. We're beat. Totally beat. We've tried everything to start this engine. We had the motorcycle fired up out at sea, charged the batteries. We got a few tries on the starter, but that didn't work. So as of last night, when the main mast started coming apart, along with the water running in the rail, we've been having a really bad time. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. Right? You want to fill in?
Absolutely, Arn. I don't know what we can add.
Well,
other than this.
We've used a handheld radio a bunch of times on passing boats. No luck. Our GPS has done us pretty well. We know where we are, but we just can't go anywhere right now. But what's really sick is that we're looking at the island of Haiti. It can't be more than 3 or 4 miles away. And man, we're just sitting here. And we've been sitting here for at least 24 hours. And last night, in our thirst for life, we started firing flares and putting up the stress calls and everything we can. And now we have our EPR on to hopefully get some kind of help from somebody, somewhere, but it don't look like it's coming. What's so funny about that?
It's just typical. It really is typical.
Just another day in my life, our lives, which may not be that much longer. We're trying right now, the plan is to try and make sure. And it ain't working. We're just, stuff like
maybe we should pan at the sails so everyone can see how dead it is.
Okay, we are close. We are really, really close. If you can see that right there, that is Point Perel in Haiti, and all that's Haiti. And if you can see, our sails are doing nothing. Haiti is right there. I mean, we are so close we could taste it. Okay, well, this would be Arnold and Chris signing off from the doldrums. Just situation update. We managed to raise the spinnaker in an attempt to get us to shore. And we're on our way, hopefully. Chris managed to start the radio, a radio that uses C batteries with D batteries, and managed to make me attempt numerous times to start the little dinghy in order to get us to shore. However, I couldn't start it.
Johnny should be aware that
it doesn't start.
It doesn't start.
It wasn't getting fuel either, but that was really kind of a bad plan. But as we've decided, the more things you try, the more chance you have. And we're not there yet, but if we get there, we'll be shipwrecked. And that, my friends, is a
good sign.
Hey, we have just made contact with the United States Coast Guard, who dispatched a rescue helicopter in response to our EPR. We're about to make landfall here before dark and set up camp at the northwest corner of Haiti near the Windward Passage. And it looks like we've been rescued.
Standing by, and we're not nervous at all. Thanks a lot for giving us a Roger that. You guys have a good day. Thanks again.
God, I missed that flyby. He did a nice flyby there. Nice machines, buddy. Thumbs up the United States government and our handheld VHF. See you on shore.
I can see her coming in. You let them know that we have a single size battery on board. If they want it, it's no problem.
Freighter that picked up our transmission beached, who was in the same blow that tore all our sails last night, who's going to be able to provide us with assistance. There he is right there. And seems like a very friendly fellow, so we're heading for him to charge our batteries to be on the way to Port-au-Prince. The Coast Guard advises us to keep our Eber on until we have our engine started. And there's going to be 2 boats aground here in the north part of Haiti tonight. The Dugene and the Amazing Grace. All right.
Party time.
Party time. God bless the Coast Guard.
All my hair follicles are still from the wind ripping through my body.
Chris is complaining about his hair follicles as we come upon a grounded freighter who should be able to provide us with all the assistance we need to get us back on our way. I can't believe we're making it to land. This is unbelievable. I'm very happy. Just on the other side of that plateau is a little fishing village. We're coming up on the Amazing Grace, who's offered to provide us batteries and any assistance that we need. They've been here for 24 days, waiting for a tug to come from Puerto Rico.
And here we have Arn
Leading the locals,
embarking,
trading with the local natives.
trading with the locals, and embarking on a journey.
I only trade with one thing. That anchor looks good.
Arn is telling them he will give them another can when they get back. We came prepared with plenty of Spam, thankfully. Negotiated a battery with the first mate, and we'll see if we can get this thing going. Here we have Arnie returning from his Spam trip. We'll call it the Spam race. Give him a can of Spam and they'll pump like crazy. Alright, looks like you might even have an extra passenger coming with the battery, I suppose. Maybe the mate from Amazing Grace.
Ron, so go ahead and lay it on me.
We left Gonaive on the 19th of August, hitting down to St. Martin and then to Dominica. But on our way, while passing Port-au-Prince, we ran under heavy wind and rain, and the ship started moving a bit fast. We thought it was good for us, but while the boat is empty, the propeller haven't got much water to really turn, and the wind just keep on pushing the boat right ashore, and we wrecked hard on the shore. We are here now for 24 days, and I can tell it's real hard out here. People here, wow, they're worse than Russians. Our food and water is a bit low. Our food ran out several times, but we get some food to eat. This mountain up there, it's very tough. The second day after we landed here, we wrecked here, we went up that mountain. It took us approximately 3.5 hours to reach the top. And then we catch a van, a transport, to take us down to Gonaive, which took us about 6 to 7 hours drive. We had to ride about 48 to 50 miles on a rugged stony road, and I can tell you it's real tough. We left here about 8 a.m. in the morning and we reached Gonaive at 5:30 p.m. in the afternoon. It was really tiresome. I can tell you, I don't wish to have another trip like this again. Really terrible. What do you say, Peter?
Yeah, it was real tough, man. Wind was like 45, moving at 45 knots, coming in from the west. We was about 2 miles from the shore, heading up. When we feel the ship start pounding, we didn't know what was really going on, and then the captain went on the bridge trying to fix the range on the radar so that he could get the land distance on the land, but that was too late. He was already on shore, so we had no choice to stop the engine, start astern, going astern, had astern, but she was just pounding. She couldn't do anything else. And then we had no choice but just to leave her there. Following morning, we went to Gonaive for help. We came back on Thursday morning with the tug Pelican, but the ship was not moving, so she had to stay there. We tried for 5 hours pulling with the tug, and then couldn't do anything. Then the captain left with his family, Matilda, Iros, Nathani, Kobe, Antonia, Snack Boy, and who else? Carl. They all left us here and went to Dominica for help. It's 5:30, Tuesday, the 12th of September. We're still here waiting for the captain. We spoke to him yesterday, Sunday, about 10:30 in the morning. He said he'll be here by this weekend. So far, as for now, we are here with some friends from the States.
Rescuing some friends from the States.
And we also need help. But that's not a problem when you're at sea. That's how life is.
That's what it's all about.
They went through a lot last night. All the sails are torn off. One of the guys got sprained neck. And we are here this afternoon to see if we can help them, so that God tomorrow can give us help also.
2 broke down ships. Yeah, that paint doesn't hold up real well. As we can see here, we got hammered last night.
That's from the sailing, dude. That's from the rails in the water.
That was, yeah, we could only make one tack because our stays are pulling out.
I want to go over there and walk on the ground. That's all I want to do.
From here, you can even walk from here, go all the way this
I just come from the village. Just coming from the village on the other side. Walking with my friends. A guy who take Peter and Jerome to Gonaive to get food for us. Oh.
This is taking off the amazing grace of the vegetation here on the north side of Haiti, where we are wrecked, sort of. Not really, but close.
Yes! That's it! What's your name? Chris. Chris, I'm Ashton. Yeah. Peter. Joe. That's pasta.
Never a dull moment.
So give him a picture.
The Dugene is underway.
Again.
And we're living the amazing grace. After they charged our batteries, and provide us with everything we need, including talking to the Coast Guard to call off our emergency EPR alert. We are now on our way down the coast of Haiti to another misadventure. Well, the Amazing Grace charged our batteries. We changed a impeller on our water pump. That was the problem that we had. And we're back on our way to Port-au-Prince. A gift from the crew of the Amazing Grace. Leave it to Arnold to get stranded on a desert island with a television, VCR, battery chargers, and a bunch of new friends. Point Le Perreux.
Fading in the distance.
The shoreline of Haiti. We're headed right into a storm as we make port here somewhere. I'm not sure where we are actually, but we're about 40 miles from Port-au-Prince. And we thought we had problems. I'm assuming
That's not a submarine.
that's definitely not a submarine. And this is St. Mark, I guess.
Big one up in there, Arn. There's a big 30, 40 footer up in there that looks like somebody's built. Look at that bad boy. Looks cool. It looks like another Dominican boat, doesn't it?
Oops.
Just like all those other ones.
Glad we're not looking like that. Show my tripod here.
Lost.
Friday morning. We just spent the night anchored to shore. And we're on our way to Port-au-Prince. Wherever that is. Eugene, looks like we're gonna make it.
You're on.
After nearly 2 weeks of sailing, we finally made Port-au-Prince. In fact, we're about a half a mile away you want to get a shot of that. A half a mile away from our destination, which is just on the other side of that island, which I could easily swim to. Unfortunately, we just ran out of gas. And naturally, there is no wind. So, Arnold once again must go for help and see if we can find some fuel and other things that are necessities right now. And we'll get back with you later.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
This sucks. We almost made it. But I'll get help.
We found that
Don't worry, Chris. I'll save you.
just on the other side of this island that Arnold chose to go to the right of is our marina. Faster! Harder! Bigger! Oh well.
Cabilos in English. I don't speak English for the training.
Sí, entiendo español, amigo. Es bien. Pero no agua en mi cámara, por favor. Entiendo?
Jaju, kau pas nama Ina?
Well, it's Wednesday, September something, and I'm just getting started working on this boat over here. I've been making some loads of goods to shore, and I got about one more trip, and then most of my stuff will be at the factory. Yesterday was an exciting day. I left Charlie on board the boat over here and bought my bike out about 15 miles to Ebo Beach and about 3 miles down a dirt road. And my street bike just does not like dirt roads and all this dust and heat. And on my way out of here yesterday, I broke down out in this little town. My bike overheated. I fortunately had my handheld radio with me. I called for help. I got Bernard. He came out in the VW and towed me with the VW all the way back to town. While I was talking to him, I found out that my boat boy dropped my outboard engine in the water, and that has to be dealt with now. And basically I had a pretty good night's sleep until about 9 a.m. when I reached the office, consolidated, and got the word that my boat cut loose at night and crashed into the hurricane, which was the neighbor who brought me home yet the night before. So we had an exciting time. I couldn't get a hold of anybody. Nobody could tell me the extent of the damage to the boats, so I jumped on my broken bike and got about the same distance as I did before, and I broke down in the same place. So Captain Lee on the hurricane saw me on the side of the road, picked me up to come evaluate the damage to the boats. Fortunately, there wasn't very much damage, and everything's pretty cool right now, so we went on with it. We partied last night a little bit on the hurricane, and I came back over here to find my boat, which I retied up again, back in the mangroves. So at about midnight, I pulled back out in the lagoon and re-anchored myself and dove in the water to set the anchor, and apparently forgot my wallet with my credit cards and everything in it, and that's floated out to sea. It's somewhere, I assume, at this point. So now I'm stuck in Haiti without a passport, without ID, without money, without credit cards, but I have a nice broken boat here.